Good morning, everyone. Just checking the clock, making sure it's still morning. Welcome back to Let's Play Dangerous Waters. Right now, I am in a coolest submarine. This is the primary submarine of the primary hunter-killer submarine of the Soviet Russian fleet. It's probably the equivalent of it's their equivalent of the Los Angeles, which we still have not really seen yet. Okay, in this mission, a Nimitz carrier group is moving into position to strike this building, and we have to sink the Nimitz before it can do that. Do we have to sink it, or do we have to can we just wound it? I think we have to sink it. It's not what I wanted. Mission status. Oh, it doesn't really outline it there. It'll be up in here. You must intercept. Okay, I guess I just have to destroy it. I don't know. If I just disable it, that should probably be good enough. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm thinking about it too much. Alright, so we have some intel on the Nimitz location. I'm going to bring this up to full. So it's down here. Okay, so Russian Naval Radar Ocean Reconnaissance Satellite position has Nimitz located at 4955 north, 16237 east at 1100 local time. So an hour ago, they were. Oh, can I not like scroll up in this? Crap. Alright, so 4955, 16237. 4955, 16237. 4955, 16237. 4955, 16237. Alright, hang on a second, I'll be right back. Alrighty then, we are back. Okay, so this is the position of the carrier at an hour ago. And intel says it is heading northwest at 25 or 27 knots. So, with a little bit of math, we can figure out how far that should be. Well, I never really use math for this, I kind of just guesstimate. So, let's see, drawing tools, add a mark. If I wanted to, I could probably do some tricky math, but it's fine. So we got our scale down here. Oh, it'd probably be easier if I do it this way. So what do we got? So this scale's about an inch for 10 nautical miles. So we got, that's about 10. Oh, this is the way I normally do it. Yes. Okay. So use your drawing tool. You can do add area circle. And then if we draw it out to about 26 nautical miles, and northwest is 315 degrees. So right about there, right at the middle of that flat edge, this is where the aircraft carrier is, right about meow. So we can do that again. We can draw another area circle from here, 315 degrees at 26 nautical miles. Almost there. There it is. We can draw another mark right on that middle of that flat part, and that's where the carrier will be in about an hour's time. So this is where we are right now, and this is where the carrier is, and this is where the carrier will be in an hour. So we want to, as you can see, it's heading up this way. There has to be an ultimatum for how far it's going to go. You must intercept before Nimitz gets within range to launch strike aircraft, about 150 nautical miles. And once again, that's very short. Strike ranges on those aircraft are definitely a lot smaller than that, or definitely a lot larger than that. So 150 nautical miles is right here, right there. So we need to get the carrier before it crosses that line. So it's going to be at that line in about 2 hours time. So we should definitely, there's no way we're going to get to them if we just chill around at 5 knots. So we're going to have to do some cruising. Alright, so haven't really gone over sonar stuff yet. I'll just do a quick run through. This is our sonar station. We have broadband, which catches data on all ranges. So like no matter what kind of signal it's sending out, if there's a signal in this bearing, we'll be able to see it here. And the narrowband, this picks up it's the same signal as the broadband, but it distinguishes it into the different frequencies that we're seeing. So this is what we use to classify a ship, because a ship outputs sounds at different frequencies, and well, technically no two ships would produce the same sound, but every ship in a class produces a sound that's different from another ship. Like no two like a Nakula and a Victor class submarine aren't going to have the same sound signature. They'll have slightly different signatures, so that's how we can identify ships based on their sound. This is the Demon display. I was mentioning this in the previous series, or the previous mission. So using our broadband data, we can figure out how fast the ship is going based on how many turns per knot the ship's prop has. This is active transmit. We won't be using that at all, really. This is active intercept. We'll be using that quite a bit. Once they get in range, they'll be hammering away with their pings, but they're not really listening. They're just kind of trying to drive people. And this is important. This is the sound speed profile. In the last mission, Persian Gulf Breakout, I mentioned the thermocline. Well, this shows you where the thermocline is. As you can see, this line represents the speed of sound as you go down. So this sharp change in slope here represents a difference in temperature or salinity. So basically, when sound hits this line here, it's the same as refraction of light. When light refracts through things of different density, it changes its angle and speed. So basically, if a ship were to pick us up that was beneath this thermocline, it would think we're actually in a different position, because our sound would transmit in one direction, and then as soon as it hits this line, it would refract like either down or up. So they might be able to pick us up, but we're not going to be where they think we are. But if we're at a certain angle, there's a critical angle where all sound that hits this line will just bounce back down beneath the line, and nothing will get back up. So those ships won't be able to hear us if we're below this thermocline, so we will drop below the thermocline and run at flank speed to catch up to those fucks and sink them before they blow up our our headquarters. Right now this is on auto crew, but you can turn that off. For now we don't have any contacts. Scope is clear. Radio ESM, this is where we get our radio messages, and ESM is like detecting radar transmissions and stuff like that. So we might be using that eventually. This is our, and then this is the big kahuna right here. This is the target motion analysis display. We don't have any contacts right now, so I can't show you, but we use, so each position in time we can mark where a ship is, and then we use those dots of their position, and then we determine their course and speed using both demon data and potentially like periscope information and stuff like that. But as you can see, we have like 4 variables. So if we can go in the periscope and figure out what their approximate bearing is and what their speed is, then course and range, or not with, well, okay, yeah, so we'll always know what their bearing is. So if we look at the periscope, we can find course, and then with demon we can find speed, so there's only one variable left to solve, so that can be helpful. But TMA is as much a science as it is an art. And this is our periscope. We can raise it underwater, just won't be able to see anything. But yeah. Alright, so what was the thermocline? It's at 163 meters, so I'm going to make my depth, let's go to 300 meters, 350 meters. Alright, so that's about 1,000 some feet. This thing has a maximum depth of like 500 meters or 550 meters, so around 1,600 feet or so. It's double hold, unlike the Los Angeles class, which is single hold. So this has an outer hull and an inner hull. I don't know if that actually makes it stronger. I'm not sure. I can't speak to how to interpret that, but yeah. All right. So I'm gonna speed up a little bit so we can get underneath this thermocline.
Set the revolutions for 10 knots.
All right. So I guess I'm just gonna head directly south then for about an hour, and we'll see where we are in relation to this carrier. Yeah. All right. So our depth is down 200 meters. We're below the thermocline, so I'm going to juice it up to flank speed.
Engines ahead, flank.
And I will meet you guys back here in an hour elapsed time of this game. So see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back, everyone. We are, as you can see on our map, we have a contact. We've been just getting pinged recently, so I decided to come out of speed a little bit early. So coming up shallow now. I'm going to stream out our towed array. The towed array is a little hydrophone that we can extend to very far behind us. It seems to be kind of out of position. Okay, that we can extend really far behind us and get away from our audio signatures or whatever, so we can really pick up some people at far away distances. But I don't want to let out too much while I'm still beneath the layer. I don't want it to get stuck under the layer. So I'm just going to let out a little bit of slack. I hope we don't have too much momentum. I don't think we will, so I think we'll be able to pull out of this. But yeah, the fact that we're picking up those pings is kind of surprising to me. I'm going to launch this again. But I mean, they're going so fast and they're so far away, they're not going to even pick me up, so it doesn't even matter. What am I doing? I'm bow onto them. We want to get to perpendicular because with our bow sonar, like, we can't see behind us, right? But with the tow sonar, we can't see in front of us, so you have to be beam on to people. Oh, is that guy really that close? Oh yeah, we got the auto TMA on. I'm going to turn that off for the time being. Turn off the sonar for the time being. Oh look, we actually picking them up on the spherical, cylindrical. Wow, that's a lot closer than I want it to be. Okay. All right, well let's get beam on these guys. Let's get 225.
Rudder right, steer course 225.
All right, I'll be right back once that turn is complete, because these turns take a while because we're going pretty slow. So BRB. All right, our turn's just about done. I'm going to continue letting out the tow array. And if you saw, oh wow, look at all this. Yes, okay, we're picking them up now. No demon. Waiting for this XPT to come back. We did this, didn't we? I actually might want to go a little shallower.
Go to depth 100
Yeah,
meters.
I turned the sonar off, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, let's start classifying them. Let's start calling them as we see them. Oh, you can really hear that audio on that guy. Oh, stop. If it just disappears like that, it's because it just dipped below the thermocline. I don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to wait till... I'm just going to speed up time until we get up to 100 meters. It's probably back on the sonar by now. No. Okay, but yeah, you can hear that.
Control acoustics. New contact bearing 115. Designated Sierra 6. Control acoustics. New contact bearing 152. Designated Sierra 7.
But yeah, so this is the conformal. This is you have sonar rays along the hull of the sub. So this is our baffles. This is our bow. So we can't pick up anything there. The middle one is the towed array. As you can see, we can't pick up anything in front of us. But the thing about the towed array is that it picks up sound on both sides. It can't tell if it's coming from like this side or this side. So you have to either have the contact on your bow array or your conformal array at the same time, or we have to change course to determine which one's the real one. When you change course, some of the ones that are wrong will turn, so, and the ones that are true will stay where they are. So that's how you can figure out which ones are wrong. But that's also time consuming. Okay, so why am I marking contacts that I already have on the bow array and the conformal array? When you mark a source or mark a target on more sources, you can get even more data about it. It becomes a master target, so it's not like an anomaly you're picking it up, so it's just like a data reinforcement kind of thing. So we have all this data out here. We need to merge it. Let's see. Okay, so we need to merge Sierra 5, Sierra 11, Sierra 15. It looks like Sierra 5, merge track Sierra 11. Master 2, that's the one we just made. Merge that with Sierra 15. Merge. Alright, I'm going to do all this and then I'll get back to you. So be right back. Alright, so we got all our masters. I'm really only expecting 3 to be out there, so we might, in the course of our TMA, we might realize that some of these are anomalies or some weird stuff going on. But that is definitely a ship. You can hear that. You can hear that, like, that clunking rhythmic sound to it. Yeah, it's definitely a ship right there. These 2 big ones are definitely like ships that are really close. Obviously the bigger the spike, the closer it is, so let's see if we have any demon data on these mofos. Master 3. Okay, Master 3, it's in the middle, it might be the carrier. Master 5. Okay, so we got different looking data, so those are different ships. Let's actually go to periscope depth. I want to get a look topside of these mofos. Navigate set depth. Go to
Go to
PD.
depth 0,
I'll just speed it up.
0 meters.
Alright,
Depth
so let's go to
control
TMA. Where am I? Center owned ship. Okay, yeah, so here you go. Oh, stop. Okay, so we got our contact here. Look at all this crap. If you look at these lines here, since the lines are going from forward to back like this, like these are the first ones and they're down this way, and these are the old ones in this way, that means that we are going in opposite directions. So we're going this way, the ship's going that way. That's what that means. If the lines were like, the old ones were like this, and they kept fanning out this way and they never intersected, that means that the ship is, we're going in the same direction, I think. Something like that. But you can also get this kind of situation where if the ship is, if it could be going the same direction as us, but at a slower speed, you'd still get this kind of anomaly. So my TMA knowledge, I haven't read up on it in a while. I have to like verify this, but I'm going to assume this ship is moving at 25 knots at a course of 315. So then when you like hold these two constant, these assumptions, it can become a lot easier to like line up this thing on this ruler. As you can see, the data tends to trend to right here. So that might be a good solution right there. So that ship might be right frickin' there. I have no idea. I hope not. That would be scary. Alright, so let's look at some of our other data and see if we can do the same thing. Master 5. Okay, so see, as you can see, it's like fanning out like this. So that means we're going in like more or less the same direction. Do not hold course constant. I'm going to assume a course of 315 again, and a course of 25 knots again. If we line up this data, it wants to. So as you pull it back and forth, you can see that the data up here. This is okay. So we want all these dots to be in this middle line. That means we have a good solution. So as you pull it this way, you can like see it tails back. So you want it so it gets vertical, and then you want to move it up and down this way, and you might have to still move it back a little bit. So right there, that's a good looking solution. So then that shows us that ship is right over there. Let's take a look at some of this other stuff. Once again, I'm going to assume a course of 315 and a speed of 25 knots. So with that knowledge, the data is leaning towards a further solution. I have to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, you just want to move it back and forth and see where the line is about centered. It's around here. So if we do that, enter the solution, that's a pretty good looking solution right there. I don't know about Master 4 or Master 2. Let's see what's up with this. Master 4. I have just as much data for these guys. This is crazy, man. Alright, I'm just going to line these guys up real quickly. I'm only expecting about 3 ships, but who knows, there might be more. Alright, so we got a good solution here. Let's check out Master 2. Some of these might be the same track, but because we're so close, the Totore is behind us, you get like a thing where it looks like they're on different bearings, but they're really in the same location. Course 315, speed 25 knots. Is periscope depth really 20 meters? I guess so. Okay. Remember it being 15 meters. Right about here, that looks like a good solution. And there we go. Alright, so we got some preliminary solutions on our targets. Let's raise the ESM mass and the periscope. I could probably do this with sound. Start listening. I hate doing this twice. Why do you always make me do it twice? Start listening. Oh, fuck it. Raise mass antennas, raise ESM. I'll raise the radio too, and then raise the periscope. Well, I might want to let a little slack out of this a little bit. Might not need to do too much. But wow, man, look at our sonar, man. It's freaking full up. And then we got this random dude all the way out here. Oh, it's Master 5. Alright, so those, until we update the TMAs, those guys will just keep going in their current solution, so it's not like they'll stop at anything. So, alright, that's probably good enough. I mean, we're getting good enough data right now. I think we have a good enough slack on that. Alright, so it doesn't look like we have any radio traffic. I'm not seeing any ESM. So I'm going to lower the radio mast. Yeah, I wouldn't expect them to be transmitting right now, so I'm not seeing any ESM, so I'm going to lower that as well. But then it shows signal strength, which usually means ESM. So let's get some bearings. Let's check out bearing 238, which is actually right dead in front. Oh, yep, there's a ship. I see it. There's a ship. We got ourselves an Arleigh Burke. Arleigh Burke class destroyer. So that data is good. Let's check out 170. Dude, I'm right in the middle of their frickin' group, man. Alright, yeah, there is something at 170. It's really far off. Really far off on the horizon. Oh, there's the carrier. Holy shitballs. There we go. 157. We got some... Okay, so that solution might need to be changed a little bit. But hey, look at that. There's our little marker. Not far off, huh? Not far off. It's a little bit off, but it's not too bad. It's just a good general approximation. Oh, I thought I saw a mast. Yep. We got ourselves another ship really far off. This is a five ship group. Alright, is that where I'm looking right now? Yes. And then supposedly there's a ship right behind us at 033, which is scaring the crap out of me if that is true. Yes, there is a ship right there. Another Arleigh class destroyer. That guy is really close. Wow. But they're just turning along. They won't be able to hear me unless they're dropping sono buoys and shit. Alright, so let's check out the Nimitz again.